A very good morning to class 6 student. Class all of you students are fit and I hope you are going to do your studies in every time and on daily basis because it's very important. If you're not going to do your work on time, it make you get in trouble. So please do your work on time so that your work should be complete and neat and clean. Students, I have seen so many of students having a problem in their writing. Their their writing is not a neat and clean. Please, whenever you are going to write a question and answer and the fill in the blanks and the true false, please make sure you are going to write the words in correct manner so that everyone can understand what are you going to write the things. So students, we already have done the old clock shop question and answers. I believe all of you have done in your classwork copies, and you know the story of this chapter, the old clock shop. And after doing the question and answers, student, this one is very necessary to read out the question and answers. If you are not going to read out the question and answer, it it make you in trouble because after school get opened, when school get opened, so what had happened, all of you are coming in the school and you don't have that much of time to memorize and revise the question and answer. So I request all the students, please do your studies on time, do your work on time, so that at the time of examination you may be able to give a much more time to your studies. Now today what we will do, the old clock shop. First of all, I am going to read the chapter. You also pronounce the word carefully because whenever I am going to take the online live class, I find out that so many students, they can't be able to pronounce the word. They not able to pronounce the word whenever the student is in class 6. Oh my god, students are in class 6 and even they are not be able to pronounce the word clearly. They having a problem in pronunciation. It's very bad. It's very bad, students. You need to pronounce yourself whenever you are going to read the chapter. Then after we'll go through the question and answer of this chapter, and I'm also going to pronounce the question and answer also. The old clock shop. This one is the old clock shop. Starting of the chapter, Christmas evening. Eve. This one is a short form of evening. Christmas evening had arrived at as last minute shoppers were going home. A thick white sheet of snow lay over Salt Lake City, USA, yet the lights were still burning in the old clock shop as Ray, its old deaf owner, worked on a clock he had sold that day. So, having finished his work, Ray stood up and was on his way to the back room when a cold rush of air from the front door hit the back of his neck. He turned to meet a last minute shopper, but his old wise eyes told him that this was not a shopper. He saw two men. One in his 20s, the other closer to 50. The younger man remained at the door. The older man approached the counter with no sign of friendliness in his eyes. Ray was unable to hide his growing fear as he slowly pushed a notepad and a pencil across the counter. He smiled at the unfriendly face, then pointed to his ears and shook his head from side to side. A quick look of surprise changed the man's face as he studied the notepad, then turned and said something to his friend. Ray used the chance to look closely at the man, paying attention to the shape of a gun and a restless hand in the man's right coat pocket. Anger boiled within him, but it was kept down at the inner voice that said, "Be still." He wrote on the notepad, "May I help you?" For the first time, the older man looked directly at Ray and smiled. A cruel, mocking smile. They both understood why he was there, why his friend remained at the door. They looked like a man who were down of their luck and were now ready to try something they would later be sorry about. The clocks ticked on. Ray claimed wrote another message. "Have you come to pick up a clock or watch?" Then he pointed to a lone board filled with hanging clock and pocketed watches. He was now a pawnbroker, but at the same time couldn't say no to the needy people who placed their old watches or clocks before him for anything they could get. He loaned more than he should. They would be there, then the owner wanted them back at the same price he had paid, with no interest. Then the older man seemed to feel a little easy, took out his hand from his pocket and quickly looked at the watch on his wrist. "How much will you give me for this?" the man wrote. Ray noticed a little shame in the grey eyes looking at him. The watch was nothing special and yet had great powers. It was something to exchange, a way out of a bad situation, knowing that great need had brought the man to his shop. In the first place, Ray asked, "How much do you need for it?" The reply came back on the notepad, "Whatever it's worth." Ray reached into his cash box, pulled out a $50 note, and passed it into the man's hand. As they shook hands, Ray looked into the man's eyes. They seemed to say, "Thank you." Then both knew the watches wasn't worth that much. Before turning to leave, the man wrote, "I will be back to pick it up as soon as I can. Merry Christmas." The little story ended on the half hour with the clock stricken altogether. The timepieces, which had been looking for on silently all the while, rang out the time with such feeling that even Ray through he could be hear them. Their sweet musical message was filled with hope, the timeless message of peace on earth, goodwill towards all, was felt by the three men who stood in the old clock shop. So student, this one is a chapter which I read out for you because some of you having a problem whenever they are going to read out the chapter. So through this video you can watch your you can also see me in your book at that particular time period because I read out the whole lines, all the lines. So if you not be able to pronounce the word, you can listen this video so that maybe you able to pronounce the word clearly. So student, please, it's a very humble request to you that you have to read the chapter because the students whosoever come in live classes, they are not be able to read the chapter. So it's very typical time because we are not in front of you, so we can't be able to suggest you how can you pronounce the word, how can you read the chapter. So this one is a big difficulty for us also because some of the students are going to work and some of them are not doing their work in a proper manner. So it's a very typical time. Now students, we already done the chapter. Now once again we'll go for question and answer. So what's your today's work? Today's work is you have to read out the chapter 2 or 3 times and go for exercise that pronounce the word clearly. Now from the first question, no need to note it down in your classwork copies. Only you have to listen the video. What made Ray think the visitor was not really a shopper? Ray was deaf and dumb, but a good judge of man. His old wise eyes told him that the new visitor to his shop at that late hour was not a shopper or customer. There was no friendliness in his eyes. So the next question, why do you think he had come to the shop? The visitor has the visitor had not come to the shop to buy anything. Perhaps his intention was to loot the honor of his cash. He was in dire need of money. Then question number 3. How did how did Ray how did Ray communicate with him? Because at the starting of this chapter you know that Ray was dumb and deaf, so how is going to communicate with them? Because in the shopkeeper is going to ask you what you want and which type of you want. Tell me the in which between which price you want the product. So like there are so many different type of questions, and which color you want, like this. So Ray could neither speak nor hear, so he communicated with his customer by writing his message on a notepad. The visitor also wrote his reply on paper. Question number 4. What do you think the man said to his friend who waited at the door? The older man the older man pointed to his ears and shook his head from side to side. Thus he conveyed to his younger companion that the shop owner could neither hear nor speak. Now, question number 5. Ray was not a broker. When he did, he lent money to people in exchange of their old watches and clock. So the answer, Ray was not a broker, a person who lent money on security of some item. गिरवी रखना, वो कोई गिरवी रखने वाला नहीं है. पॉन ब्रोकर मीन्स जो गिरवी रखते हैं सामान. ही डिड नॉट लेड मनी ऑन इंटरेस्ट, वो इंटरेस्ट में पैसे नहीं देता. ही वॉज हाउवर काइंड एंड हेल्पफुल, लेकिन वो उसकी मदद करना चाहता है. ही कुडंट से नो, लेकिन उसने मना नहीं किया. टू द नीडी पीपल, जिनको ज़रूरत होती है उन्हें मना नहीं करता. दैन द क्वेश्चन नंबर 6. द वॉच वॉज नथिंग स्पेशल and yet had great powers. In what sense did it have great powers? उस घड़ी में कुछ ताकतें थी. अब वो ताकत क्या थी, किस नज़रिए से उसमें क्या ताकत थी, ये क्वेश्चन में पूछा गया है. सो द आंसर इज द वॉच वॉज जस्ट ऑर्डिनरी, वो एक मामूली सी वॉच थी. बट इट हैड द पावर ऑफ पुल अ पर्सन ऑन आउट ऑफ अ बैड सिचुएशन. लेकिन उस वॉच में इतनी ताकत थी कि उसको बेच के एक आदमी अपनी जो बैड सिचुएशन है उसको एक अच्छे सिचुएशन में बदल सकता है. मींस अगर एक भूखा आदमी है तो वो खाना खा सकता है अपनी वॉच को दे करके, या फिर और भी कई काम, प्यासा है तो पानी पी सकता है. द ओल्डर मैन गॉट द मनी, क्योंकि उस बूढ़े आदमी को भी क्या मिला था, पैसा मिला था. द ओल्डर मैन गॉट द मनी ही नीड विदाउट हर्टिंग रे, बगैर रे को कुछ नुकसान पहुंचाए उसे पैसा मिल गया था. द जनरस शॉपकीपर हु ऑल्सो एस्केप फिजिकली इंजरी इन दिस सेंस द वॉच हैज़ ग्रेट पावर्स, इसीलिए उसने कहा कि वॉच में बहुत बड़ी ताकत थी. डू यू थिंक द मैन वुड एवर कम बैक टू पिक अप द वॉच? क्या आपको लगता है वो आदमी दोबारा आएगा उस घड़ी को लेने के लिए? नहीं. नो, इट इज़ वेरी अनलाइकली. ये बिल्कुल कहना मुश्किल है कि वो आएगा करके. दैट द ओल्डर मैन वुड एवर कम बैक टू पिक अप हिज वॉच, वो कभी नहीं आएगा बूढ़ा आदमी अपनी वॉच को लेने के लिए. वाई? ही हैड आफ्टर ऑल, क्योंकि उसे ज़्यादा प्राइस मिला था, ज़्यादा पैसा मिला था, उसकी कीमत से ज़्यादा पैसा मिला था. देन द वॉच वॉज वर्थ ऑफ, जो जितने की घड़ी नहीं थी उससे ज़्यादा पैसा मिल गया, इसलिए वो दोबारा नहीं आएगा. When did the unfriendly face of the visitor turn truly friend? जैसे वो नाखुश आदमी था जो कि गुस्से में आया था, वो एक खुश होते हुए कैसे गया वहाँ से? द अनफ्रेंडली फेस ऑफ द विजिटर टर्न फ्रेंडली, उसका नाखुश चेहरा खुशी में इसलिए बदल गया क्योंकि उसे $50 का नोट मिल गया ऑफ हिज ऑर्डनरी वॉच, अपनी मामूली घड़ी से. ही फेल्ट ओब्लाइग्ड एंड हैप्पी, और वो बहुत ही उसका धन्यवाद करता है और खुश हो जाता है. Then some short question and answers are there. Student, you need to watch this video carefully so that you can understand the short question and answer. I believe all of you understand the chapter because I already summarized you the chapter in English as well as in Hindi also. So this one is an ordinary story, nothing else. In this story tells you that nothing is waste. Nothing is waste in this world. Everything is possible. If you are going to do your work hard, then through everything you can earn money. If you are true, if you are very much true in your face, अगर आप सही हैं तो कोई भी आपको गलत नहीं कर सकता. Then the short answer type questions. These questions are no need to note it down in your copies. Only you have to watch the video. Why I'm telling like this? Because you have lot of work to do in your copies. So it's a typical time to note down all the question and answer in your copies. You have to only listen the video because maybe sometime these questions are coming in your exam. So at that particular time period you haven't told to your subject teacher, sir, you haven't told us to write these question and answer. Yes, maybe possible these question answer are coming in your exam, so you have to watch the video again and again so that you can memorize all the question and answer. Now let us start the question and answer. Who was Ray? What was his handicap? So the answer is Ray was the owner of the old clock shop. He was deaf and dumb. He communicated with the customers by writing on a notepad. Question number 2. Who were the two last minute shoppers to Ray's shop? The two persons came to Ray's shop just before the shop closed. One was young, the older one was nearly 50. They had an evil plan to rob Ray of his cash. Then question number 3. What was the problem of two shoppers? What was the problem of two shoppers? What were they going to try? The two persons visiting Ray's shop were in direct need of money. Because they need of money, they were ready to take away Ray's cash by force. Question number 4. Question number 4. How did Ray tackle the evil mind shoppers? Ray hid his growing fear. He noticed that the older man was unfriendly and he carried a gun, but he kept cool. He paid $50 in exchange of an old watch. This pleased the man. He said Merry Christmas to Ray before he walked out of the shop. Then question number 5, the last one. What message did the old clock spread at they chimed Merry Christmas together. The old clocks and timepieces in Ray's shop chimed all together. They spread the message of peace on earth and goodwill towards all. So these are the question and answers, textbook question and answer as well as short question and answer, which you need to memorize it yourself so that you can write the answers at the time whenever we are going to give it, whenever we are making the question paper, and that particular time period we are giving you the short answer type questions, you may be able to write the question and answers by yourself. So no need to write it down in your copies. If you have time, then you can note down these questions in your classwork copies. Okay, it's up to you, because don't tell me at that time period whenever I am giving you these questions in your exam, don't tell me that sir you haven't give these question answer to write it down in the copies. So it's very bad, students, because I already, in each and every chapter, I explain you the chapter as well as in English as well as in Hindi. So I think you better understand the chapter, and you may be able to write down the answers in your own words also. So it's beneficial for you. So once again I'm going to answer the revise the question and answer, which you need to note it down in your copies if you have a time. Then otherwise you can watch the video. No need to do it again, because the questions are very easy. You can write it down if you know the story of the chapter only at that particular time period. Question number 1. Who was Ray? What was his handicap? Ray was the owner of the old clock shop. He was deaf and dumb. He communicated with his customers by writing on a notepad. Question number 2. Who were the two last minute shoppers to Ray's shop? The two persons came to Ray's shop just before the shop closed. One was young, the older one, and was nearly 50. They had an evil plan to rob Ray's of his cash. The third question. What was what was the problem of the two shoppers? What were they going to try? The two persons visited Ray's shop were in dire need of money. Dire need of money means बहुत ही ज़रूरत थी उन्हें, पैसे की सख्त ज़रूरत थी. They were ready to take away Ray cash by force. वो क्या करना चाहते थे, वो वहाँ से पैसा छीन के भागना चाहते थे. लेकिन जब उनने अपनी घड़ी दी उन्हें शॉपकीपर को गिरवी रखने के लिए, तो उन्होंने उस आदमी की आंखों में देखा कि वो बूढ़ा आदमी है, उसको बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है पैसे की. तो उसने उसकी हालत को देखते हुए उसे घड़ी की कीमत से दुगना पैसा दे दिया. सो वो हैप्पी हो गया. उनने सोचा चोरी करने की क्या ज़रूरत है, रॉब करने की कोई ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. हाउ डिड रे टैकल द एविल माइंडेड शॉपर्स? रे ने कैसे टैकल किया? टैकल मीन्स होता है किसी भी समस्या का समाधान निकालना. उसने कैसे समाधान निकाला, कैसे उस समय की परिस्थितियों को कैसे संभाला, यानी शैतानी दिमाग के लोगों को कैसे संभाला. रे हाइड इज ग्रोइंग फेयर. सबसे पहले उसने अपना डर को छुपाया. ही नोटिस दैट द ओल्डर मैन वॉज अनफ्रेंडली. उसको देख के ऐसा लगा कि जो ये बूढ़ा आदमी है ये यानी फ्रेंडली नहीं है, इसका नेचर बड़ा ख़तरनाक है. एंड ही कैरिड अ गन. और इसके पास एक बंदूक भी है. सो ही केप्ट कूल. तो वो ठंडा रहा दिमाग से. ही पेड $50 इन एक्सचेंज ऑफ एन ओल्ड वॉच. तो उसने फट से उस पुरानी घड़ी के बिहाफ में उसे $50 दे दिए. दिस प्लीज द मैन. और उसने उसको रिक्वेस्ट करके दिए और बाद में कहा मैरी क्रिसमस. जैसे ही वो दुकान से बाहर निकलने लगा, दुकान से बाहर जाने से पहले उसे मैरी क्रिसमस भी कह दिया, जिससे कि वो खुश हो गया. सो द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज व्हाट मैसेज डिड द ओल्ड क्लॉक स्प्रेड एट दैट चिम मैरी क्रिसमस टुगेदर? तो इससे क्या मैसेज जाता है, क्या मैसेज जाता है जो उसने मैरी क्रिसमस का, द ओल्ड क्लॉक एंड टिम पीसेस ऑफ रे, जो थोड़ी सी छोटी छोटी आँखों का और बूढ़ा व्यक्ति था, जब उनको उसने मैरी क्रिसमस कहा तो इससे क्या होता है, दे स्प्रेड द मैसेज टू पीस ऑफ ऑन अर्थ। तो ये मैसेज जाता है कि हमें पृथ्वी में शांति बनाए रखनी चाहिए और अपना नाम कमाना चाहिए, सबके यानी सब लोगों के सामने हमें अपना नाम पैदा करना चाहिए। पैसा कमाना ही हर चीज़ नहीं है, नाम कमाना चाहिए। सो ये इससे आप लोग भी हैं स्टूडेंट्स, यू आर ऑल्सो गोइंग टू द मार्केट, समटाइम्स यू आर गोइंग विथ योर मदर और समटाइम्स you are going with your fathers to a market. So what had happened, your mother and father continuously going to a particular one shop, every time whenever they want some clothes they have go to the same shop, whenever they want some eatable things they are going to a common shop. Why they are going to a common shop every day? Because the thing is that the behavior of the shopkeeper, because of the behavior of the shopkeeper it happens, because that shopkeeper already built his goodwill against your parents, so that's why they are going to the same shop, they are not going to change the shops. So it happens because we are going to build our goodwill. So student, these are the question and answer. Short question and answers are also there. You have to note it down in your classwork copies and then after send it to me in my personal WhatsApp number. Thank you. Have a nice day. Take care of yourself. Watch the video again and again. Thank you.